Hello YouTube, this is Tim Canadian Comic Hunter coming back at you once again with another comic book haul. Alright, so we're going to start this off a little differently today. Yeah, you can see parts of my humble abode. Anyways, basically, what am I showing you right here? Okay, so this is a 1994 remote control Power Rangers remote control thing. Anyways, I got this with the box. Kind of cool. It's the Megazord from Power Rangers. Yeah, got it for $10 at a secondhand place. I just wanted to show it off to start the haul. Anyways, on with the books, and I'll I just want to show this little thing off. It's pretty cool. It actually still works. So let's see, or it doesn't work. I don't know. Oh yeah, I took the batteries out. Anyways, yeah, so you see it came with like one of these remote controls, and weapons come off. Kind of cool. Just a little nostalgic from my childhood. Nostalgia. All right, so on with the haul. Hello YouTube, back again. Tim Canadian Comic Hunter after showing you that giant Megazord. All right. Yeah, so it's been about a couple weeks since I did a comic book haul. Books have been piling up. Been going to some pretty good sales, I guess, with some dollar books and different things like that. I got some spec books this time around. If you guys haven't seen Endgame, please go see it. I like to just say before you start watching this video, there will be spoilers to Endgame, so if you don't want to know what happens in Endgame, please turn off this video right now. Just wanted to warn you in advance. It's an excellent movie. Go see it. All right. So, just want to give out a couple shout outs to the comic book community this week. Anyways, or this comic book haul. So, I've been checking out some cool channels and guys that I constantly watch when they have videos. So, I just want to give a shout out to the community, to different people, so you guys can check out anyone that's new, can check out these channels that maybe don't have as frequent as content as the Wednesday Warriors, but still have great hauls when they do. I'd like to just give a shout out to Comics Addiction. He has some great videos, definitely pulls out some cool spec books, gets some major keys sometimes, and definitely has great content. So please check out Comics Addiction. Again, all the links to the websites will be on the description below. Just check them out. I'll make sure they're up after the video's been uploaded. Okay, so I'd like to say, hey, what's up, Mr. D? Mr. D's Comics. Mr. D doesn't do as many hauls anymore. Not because he doesn't want to, just because he's out looking for the bigger books. And when he definitely gets some stuff together, he puts out some really great content. So definitely check out Mr. D. I really love his channel. I've been following him since he started, so awesome. Also want to give a shout out to Alfred83 Comics. He is the man. He definitely has very similar taste to me, so if you like my channel, please go over check out Alfred's channel, because yeah, wow, this guy knows how to pull out variants. He knows how to pull out keys. He's constantly searching. He's got some honey holes. He's got some great insight to these variants I've never ever seen before. He's got some great hookups. Definitely check out Alfred83 Comics. And last but not least, StrangeXBlade. Love his channel. Definitely one of these guys that, one of the reasons I got into YouTube was to, enjoy information, enjoy knowledge being passed along, back and forth between YouTubers. More knowledge, more power to you, and that's what I've always said. So giving out information like he does, check out his hauls, check out his channel. He definitely knows his keys, he knows his specs, he knows a lot about comics. That's StrangeXBlade. So if you're interested, definitely check it out, man. There is more to YouTube than the top 10 lists. There is more to YouTube than mystery boxes. You know how much I love those. All right, so anyways, I'm not going to spend any time on that stuff. Just want to say, collect what you like. Again, be careful out there. There's a lot of stuff going on sometimes. People like making money. Don't get sucked in. That's all I got to say. And, basically in life, if it comes too easy, and it's sometimes sometimes not worth it, you know, and sometimes you get screwed. So just be careful what you do out there. And remember, collecting is supposed to be something we all like to do, and it's supposed to be something that's fun. And yeah, so do your best and enjoy. Just remember, not everybody's in it for the same reasons. All right. Anyways, that's just my take on that. So, all right. So we're already 4 minutes into this video. Just wanted to give my shout outs to my guys. All right. So for all you people out there that was wondering about what this book is, this is the first appearance of Honey Badger, and it predates it predates the Wolverine version of Honey Badger. Anyways, so this is a comic swipe of the classic Superman cover. Anyways, like I said, just thought this was really funny when I saw it, and it's basically about the Honey Badger, and you don't F with the Honey Badger, that's for sure. Yep, he definitely is something else. So Honey Badger is in this book. Really cool cover swipe, really cool book. Take a look out for Arctic Press, I think, released this one. So yeah, just really cool cover. Picked it up, thought it was funny. Predated the Wolverine #2. All right. This is the Mighty Thor #13. This is just the character here. It's just basically the reveal of who that is. I just picked it up because I really like John Romita Jr. covers. So just a really awesome John Romita Jr. cover from the 90s. Okay, so this is Jimmy's Bastards #1. Aftershock Garth Ennis. Great book. Again, this book was a little, I think it might have been hot for a bit when it first came out. But again, Jimmy's Bastards is all about Jimmy, and he has a bunch of kids, and they're going to try to kill him. Just a really cool premise. I always pick up #1s because you never know if something gets optioned, then you definitely have the... you definitely have part of that, you know, so always pick up some of those Aftershock #1s. Don't really feel like it's a bad investment, especially for $1. Most of the stuff you're going to see I found in dollar bins or, you know, just hunting at LCSs. So what if Spider-Man's parents destroyed his family? Yeah, this is kind of cool. This was the this is not a first appearance, but it's definitely features Spider-Man's parents. They're evil in this, so I just picked this up because I thought it was kind of cool with the what ifs, and just a neat. It's a newsstand, so it was a bit beat up, but pretty cool copy to own. Didn't have this. Marvel Zombies 3. I think this is homage to The Exorcist. Really awesome Black Bolt cover. Marvel Zombies 3, #3 of 4. This is homage to Evil Dead. Greg Land cover. Awesome. I love these Marvel Zombies things. NYX #7. This completes my set of the NYX. I didn't have this one, so just wanted to pick it up. Josh Middleton cover, you know, one of his first ones, or when he was first coming out, I guess, with NYX. So just really awesome early appearance of X-23. Spider-Man Team Up X-Men #1. Just kind of reminded me of the 90s, right? So found it in a dollar bin. Really liked it, so just picked it up. Never know what happens with those X-Men characters and you know, stuff that's going on with the MCU in the future. All right, Superman Man of Steel #94. This is not a first appearance. I thought it was, but just a really cool visitor cover. So just pretty awesome. Anytime there's a female on the cover, I'll pick it up. Adventure Time #2. This is second printing. Anyone who watches my channel knows I'm pretty much into cartoons. So anything that I like, basically. Adventure Time is one of my favorite comics. Still looking for the #1, so I'll have to deal with the #2 second printing, but really awesome. This is Michael Turner #2, another Michael Turner cover, Phantom, or probably not saying that right, Phantom. Got #1 also. Pretty cool, really beautiful cover. Awesome Michael Turner art, can't go wrong with any Michael Turner stuff. Sonic the Hedgehog 134. All right, are everybody excited for that movie? I don't know. I'm not crazy about what Sonic looks like, but I do really like a lot of the comic book covers that Sonic has. He does have a lot of cover swipes. This is a cover swipe to Ramita Jr. again. The famous Spider-Man walking away one, which is awesome. So kind of cool. Got this variant, dollar bin again. So number 4 of Dark Reign's Punisher. I think he's cover swiping himself. Anyways, another cool Punisher cover. Variant number 5. Awesome. Shooting the Green Goblin. Remember when these things were hot? New 52 Future ends. Harlequin lenticular. Remember these things? Yeah. Yeah, I found that in a dollar bin. Yeah. Oh, yes. Oh, yeah. Look at this. Xena, the warrior princess. I don't know if this is the first appearance of Xena in comics. Roy Thomas definitely worked on the comic. So Roy Thomas was on the comic. And this is the most beautiful J. Scott Campbell cover ever made. Probably not, but I think it's the ugliest J. Scott Campbell cover ever made. But I had to have this. So again, let's just zoom in on this. Ooh, look at that. J. Scott Campbell, 1997. Eat your heart out. So definitely, if you're a Campbell collector, look out for this book. Awesome. Just something really cool to own in your collection. And, I laughed when I got this one. Anyways. Okay, so this is the kitchen number 1. I got 2 copies of that. And this is this was, I think, optioned to become a television show. I'm not sure what's going to happen with it. But, if you find these books anywhere, you might as well pick them up if they're not too expensive. Don't pay those ridiculous eBay prices. Go out, look for stuff, because there's definitely stuff to be found anyways. So Mobsters, New York, Wives of New York, Mobsters. Sounds like a pretty cool show to me. So if it happens, it happens. If it doesn't, it doesn't. But this was, I know this was hot for a little bit, and it's probably not worth very much now. Anyways, on with the haul. All right, YouTube, back again. Tim, Canadian Comic Hunter. Okay, so the next part of the haul will consist of comic keys and spec books. That might be something one day or might not be anything. So just something for you guys to look out for if you're looking for some minor keys. I don't have any big books of the week this week because I've been just been slacking, and I had some stuff supposed to come in the mail. So my next haul will have some pretty big books in there. Well, I think they're pretty big books. They're minor big books for me, I guess, or just things I like. But yeah, for now, I'm going to leave you with these, I guess, minor keys and things to look out for if you are speccing on things for the future. Okay, so this is Titans 3. This is the first appearance of Trigon's sons. So the 3 different demons. So if you're like me and you like the Teen Titans or the Titans TV show, definitely Trigon's been one of the big major players. You never know if any of the characters are going to be used in the future. So I just decided to pick this up on the cheap. So Titans 3, like I said, first appearance of Trigon's sons. Okay, so small minor spec book for me, I guess, for the future. This is Avengers: The Children's Crusade. So this has to do with the character here, Wiccan, and him developing his powers and going on his quest to find the Scarlet Witch. All right, so and if you know who these guys are the Young Avengers. So I just picked this up. Also pick up second, third printing sometimes. So this was a third printing. I wanted to have it. It's not worth a lot. Even the series isn't worth a lot, but just something to spec in the future. You never know what the MCU does to some of these titles, and definitely I think the Young Avengers will end up being something one day. Talking about the Young Avengers, The Astonishing Ant-Man number 6. This is Cassie Lang as Stature. I'm assuming the giant girl. Anyways, so just a really cool cover. Mark Brooks, I think, cover. So awesome. First appearance of Stature, or her as Stature, whatever it's called. So yeah, or giant girl, or whatever you want to call it. So just kind of cool. Neat cover to own. This is Champions 22. This is the Ironheart new armor. You can see it says right there. And the first appearance of Brawn, which is basically, Amadeus Cho as a small version of Hulk that's green. So Beast Boy. I don't know. And Sam Alexander's in there. So yeah, Beast Boy and yeah, Riri Williams as Ironheart. All right. So this is Justice League 31. This is this is not the first full appearance, but just one of the appearances of Jessica Cruz. So just pick this up because I got both of them. Found them in a dollar bin. So like I said, some of these are out there. So if you can find these new 52s, I'm definitely pick up the first full appearance of Jessica Cruz. Then there's the Green Lantern one with it's just her hand. Don't really understand how that's something, but anyways, it is. But so the first full appearance, and I guess I don't know, some other appearance. Just it's kind of confusing, the Jessica Cruz thing. So if anyone has it in the comments below, please tell me, and we'll discuss it. All right, so Devil May Cry again, book 1, Evil Woman. I picked this up before. Every time I see a Devil May Cry, I pick it up. 1, because it's a comic book. 2, because it's a video game. 3, because I'm still looking for the Michael Turner cover, because there's a Michael Turner cover. It's not this. There's a variant to this, and that's the one I'm looking for. Cannot find it, but I'm still on the search. But I still keep finding these ones, which I'll pick up every time because Devil May Cry is one of my favorite games, and they're also coming out with a miniseries. All right, so what's this, Tim? It's a new book that's in your haul, which is very rare because I usually try to not pick up new books all the time. But on the odd occasion when I hear something like a whole bunch of new superheroes are going to be in a comic, I'll definitely pick it up. So War of the Realms, New Agents of Atlas. If you haven't heard of this, definitely go trying to pick it up. There is a second printing coming out by In-Hyuk Lee. Cover is going to have Luna Snow on it. Definitely try to find that second printing. I talked to my shop because with some of the Marvel titles, what's happening right now is, say if a shop ordered 8, Marvel doubled your order. So instead of getting 8, you got 16. So my shop pulled in 16 of these guys and didn't want to buy any of the second printings because they were having a hard time getting rid of the first printings. Apparently they're going for a little bit online. This is a book, I guess, if you're trying to sell, I would probably try to sell it right away. There's going to be a lot of copies of this, but always keep a couple in your PC. You never know what happens to them in the future. Bam, all of a sudden, there's I know there's a whole untapped Asian market for comics, and I know that they've been trying to move in that direction. So definitely try to look out for these kind of things. I think the Shang-Chi movie might come out by MCU. So I guess we're going to see what happens with that. So you never know. A lot of these characters are really cool. So something kind of need to look out for with newer books. Okay, so usually I don't pick up books like this. But yeah, Spider-Man Unlimited #1. Newsstand. Yeah, just awesome. First appearance of Shriek, and it's part of the first Maximum Carnage begins. So something to look out for if they ever try to do the Maximum Carnage thing. I totally would love to see that as a movie. So if that ever happens, yeah, I'll be lining up to see that one for sure. I think it's Mark Bagley cover. I'm not sure. Anyways, but really awesome. It's pretty banged up, but it was a cool copy. This is my second copy of the Incredible Hulk 347. First Mr. Fix-It, I guess, or whatever. This was hot for a minute. I don't know if it's hot anymore. I didn't have the newsstand, so I just picked up a newsstand copy of it. So it's better than the last one I picked up. So Superman Zero, Supergirl Zero, Loeb, Churchill, and awesome. Didn't know this existed. So just a cool book to own. Love the white cover. Just a nice Supergirl book to own. Yeah, cool. Okay, so now we're going to get into some dangerous territories. Spoiler alert. So if you don't want to watch any of these are all Endgame books or after Endgame specs. So definitely turn off the video right now or go do something else, or we'll go watch Endgame and then come back and watch my video. All right. Okay, so this is Captain America 25. First appearance of the Falcon becoming Captain America. I guess there's that version, and there's one Liberty something, Liberty Century or whatever. That was number 8. That was the first appearance of Falcon becoming Captain America. But anyways, I guess the consensus is this is one of the books. There's a lot of variants for this. This is the no bullying variant. Just thought it was kind of cool. But I don't think Captain America could show up at a school and then grab another kid. I think he would get into a lot of trouble for doing that. But just, I guess he's Cap. He can do what he wants. So this is As Guardians of the Galaxy number 1. This is the second printing. Again, going with my second printings, Nebula's on the cover. So again, if you haven't seen Endgame, this is just one thing that was mentioned in Endgame. When Thor's leaving at the end, says something about the As Guardians of the Galaxy. So just a small little spec to pick up. It's still on the cheap, you know, and I like the second printing of it. So yeah, I just wanted to show that one off. I got this in a dollar bin actually, so I was pretty surprised to see it there because the comic book store that I usually go to knows their keys pretty well. So I don't know why this was in there. The Mighty Thor, this is the first Malakan, so he's the big bad in the new War of the Realms tie-ins and War of the Realms in general. He was in Thor, Dark World, and whatnot. So yeah, so first appearance of Malakan, the evil elf guy with. Oh yeah, this one. Yeah, totally awesome. So if you follow me on Instagram, you probably saw this before, but this is Iron Man, Director of S.H.I.E.L.D. number 24. This is a Gerard Perel book. He actually did a run of these covers, and this is a really, really beautiful young Iron Man, and it says Ramita on his shirt, which is awesome. Just a young Iron Man. So yeah, Gerard Perel knocks it out of the park every time when it comes to these kind of like books and stuff. So definitely something to look out for if you really like these painted covers. So Gerard Perel. Okay, so this is another spec book, I guess, that I picked up pre-watching Endgame. So this is Secret Wars 25 years later. All these characters on the front cover are like I said, the children of the people on the top, right? So except for Thor, I think Thor is the same. Anyways, okay, so basically the one that comes out the most is the Rogue and Captain America child. So I don't know if this is going to be something. CBSI did a thing on this. I had bought the book prior to that, so I don't know what they were talking. I haven't read the article on CBSI, but if you want to go check it out, check it out. What I really originally what I wanted this book was because Storm and Wolverine have a child, and it's just kind of cool because this predates the X-23, all that crazy stuff. So and I think it came out around the same time as that other Wild Thing. So 1999 maybe. I could be wrong. Anyways, this was a newsstand, so that's why I picked it up. Just an awesome cover to pick up, and just a bunch of specs on all these new characters. And you have a green Hawkeye, so you can imagine Hawkeye and She-Hulk had a child. So yeah, pretty cool. Okay, so this is Amazing Spider-Man Annual 20. He's back, the Iron Man of 2020. So the book I guess you want to look for, I think Comic Vantage bought them all. But if you can find another copy of that, it's Machine Man number 2, and the run was from 1984, I think. It's the second volume of Machine Man, the one after that was after Kirby. Anyways, it's a 4-part miniseries, I think, in total. So, and that would be the first appearance of Tony Stark's brother, Arno Stark. Anyways, this is his first appearance in continuity of the 616, so that's why I picked it up. So it's 616 appearance because the Machine Man I think is out of the 616. All right, so this is the Invincible Iron Man number 1. This is Robert Downey Jr. wraparound cover. Really awesome photo variant. Something to look out for if you loved Endgame, and like me, Robert Downey Jr. has been a huge part of my, I guess, from my 20s to now. So the first movie I saw back when I was around 25 years old from Iron Man, and it's just something that stuck with me. I have tattoos even that symbolize the whole character, because I just it's just one of those characters that you just kind of root for no matter what, and shows that even though that there are issues in the world and problems that may occur, that you can still get your life back on track if you're very rich and you're a genius. Yeah. But anyways, yeah, you know what I mean. So this is Marvel's Iron Man Viva Las Vegas. This is I think the first appearance that Jon Favreau had in comics. I'm not sure. Somebody can check on that one. I'm not quite sure, but Jon Favreau, that's the reason I picked it up. And it's an Adi Granoff cover. It's really, really cool. Something I saw when I first got into this community, probably on one of those great channels I talked about in the beginning. So yeah, Iron Man Viva Las Vegas, Jon Favreau had writing on this, so that was the reason I picked it up. Okay, so this is Iron Man 3, Marvel's Cinematic Guide to the Universe. This may be the first appearance of the kid at the end of the funeral scene in Endgame. So Harvey Keener, I think his name is. Anyways, from Iron Man 3. So this book is something that's super hard to find. I was lucky to find this, and this is kind of like my big book of the week in a sense, because I never thought I would find this. I went to a really far away LCS in Quebec and was able to find it, luckily, in the Iron Man section. I was super psyched to get this. Got it for $5, so I was super happy about that. It's a super hard book to find. The cinematic guides to the Marvel Universe, I don't know if they were super popular and what the print runs are on them, but I know they're just scarce to actually pick up. I've only seen a couple in a couple stores, that's all. Not this one in particular, but other copies. So it'll have Iron Man 3. On the other side is Thor: The Dark World. All right. And this is my big book of the week and one of my solid specs going forward. So this is Avengers Time Slide. This is the first appearance of young Tony Stark. Again, this book was published in 1990, so it's got this great wraparound cover that's like shiny. You can see it's pretty shiny. The whole idea of this was when they were trying to reboot the Marvel Universe. What they did was Tony had been infected. I can't remember, with a virus or something. He was pretty much not Tony Stark anymore. The Avengers needed him, so they went back in time and they took a younger version of Tony, brought him back to the present, the present timeline, and then from then on, after this one shot, basically Tony Stark was a kid in the 616. I think it's the 616. Anyway, so he ended up, after that, I think he went on for part of that run as a kid Tony Stark, or young Tony Stark, and teenage Tony Stark, whatever you want to call it. And by the end of it, I think they merged him back with the original Tony from that line, and they merged the consciousness and basically reformed Tony. But so this is the first Tony Stark as a young teenager or younger version. And this is one of my big spec books, maybe going forth in the future, and maybe not now, maybe not in 5 years or 10 years, but if they ever want to reboot the character, they definitely could pull this off, because time travel exists now in the MCU. So this is a way they could reboot the character without, everyone trying to kill because Robert Downey Jr. is no longer Iron Man, So anyways, like I said, a lot of spoilers with this comic book haul. Just wanted to pass out some information for some people if they were looking for some new spec books and new books that they haven't, they might be looking for. So I know there's not tons and tons of huge keys in this one, but you can't always have those, because we all aren't made of money. So anyways, thank you very much for checking out my video. Please check out the comic book channels that I checked out in the beginning. And thanks a lot. I just really appreciate every one of you guys for following me and doing what you got to do. Like I said, collect what you love. That's all that matters, because the reason we're on YouTube is so that we can connect with other people and maybe get some information at the same time as, enjoy your collections. And I enjoy watching your guys' stuff. I hope you enjoy watching mine. If not, that's cool. Like and subscribe. If you don't want to, it's fine too. Anyways, have a good day, and I will see you next comic book haul. Peace.